Welcome to a series called He Trains My Hands for War, where we're going through the book of Joshua verse by verse to see what it is we can expect to happen at a time in the end times when the warring of the saints takes place. We're going to need to know what to do as the remnant. And Joshua is by far the best example of how to be obedient to the things of God while having victory after victory after victory in warfare, by doing the strange things and following prophecy and believing it to be true. And whenever God says do something strange or something scary, you just do it without question. And as we've gone through this book, where we've been is we've hit that place where Jericho is now being destroyed. And last time we talked about the directions to don't take anything, and more specifically kill anything that is breathing in there other than Rahab and those in her house. So we're just going to pick it up right there. And I do want to add in this moment that for me, it's not just about going through the book of Joshua. It's about physically preparing as well. So I'm getting out. It's humid and hot here. It's so humid. It's really foggy. And this is a trail near where I live. And I'm just out here working out, getting just some exercise with Benjamin. And I recommend that you do that same thing. Just physically prepare while you spiritually and psychologically prepare as well. So again, we're just going to pick it up where we left off. Joshua 7, starting verse 18. And you by all means keep yourselves from the accursed things, lest you become accursed when you take of the accursed things and make the camp of Israel a curse and trouble it. But all the silver and gold and vessels of bronze and iron are consecrated to the Lord. They shall come into the treasury of the Lord. So the people shouted when the priest blew the trumpet. And it happened when the people heard the sound of the trumpet, and the people shouted with a great shout, that the wall fell down flat. Then the people went up into the city, every man straight before him, and they took the city, and they utterly destroyed it, all that was in it, all that was in the city, both man and woman, young and old, ox and sheep and donkey, with the edge of the sword. Now I'm going to pause there because I want to focus on the line where it says, stay away from the accursed things, or you will make the camp of Israel a curse. Now, this is an incredibly important aspect of all of this, because the remnant is united. And if there's one person in there going against the things of God, then they're going to get eliminated. They're going to be shown, and they're going to be eliminated because they will literally curse the entire remnant. Kind of what I mean by that is, if you picture a day where the Antichrist and the world are battling against the saints and 144,000 of the tribe of Israel, if there's one guy in there that's against the things of God, it's going to curse the whole camp. And that's something that you have to understand, that these little things, these little selfish acts that you do will curse everybody around you. And you will be found out too. That's the other piece of it. This reminds me of a parable that Jesus talked about, where the king invited people to the wedding feast and they did not come. So he sent his servants out to go find people from the four corners of the earth, find them on the streets, find them. And then they all came to this wedding. But there was one person who was not wearing the right clothes, who was not wearing the proper wedding garments. And he was cast into the lake of fire. And a lot of people, well, what is that? Like, what does that mean? Like, there's this parable that's clearly about something else, but then God brings up, well, then there was this one guy. And that's what this is about. Just one person can accurse the entire place. And God is not going to let that hinder his ability to advance prophecy. When you read Revelation and you see how it plays out, if one guy is going against the things of God and pretending to be that he's for the things of God, and the camp is accursed, he's not going to stop prophecy and be like, all right, well, it's just cursed. No, he's going to run over that person. And ultimately, when it comes to prophecy and what we've discovered the last episode, he's going to have him killed, and probably his entire family. And we'll see that in a future episode as well. So it's very important when God says, stay away from the accursed thing, lest you cause the whole camp to be accursed, that you be incredibly obedient to that. Incredibly obedient to that. So any thoughts or insight on that, definitely put that below. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. Feel called to support this channel with Patreon. That link is also below. But the most important part of this channel is we take prayer requests, and never hesitate to send that stuff in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.